Finish my thoughts. So you're saying that essentially because the Marcos administration's ratings are so low, given you are a performer, isa kayo sa mga senador na sinasabing you know what you're talking about is you're ranking very low in the surveys. And let's talk about this. You have experts saying there's an Amy Marcos identity crisis. That's a quote from one of the analysts. We're in.
Yes, I think I read it. Or at least I saw the title.
Okay.
But I don't have much time to look at surveys right now.
Yeah.
And napakaraming survey at nakakapagod na nga basahin. Pag umikot ka naman, nararamdaman mo eh. Alam mo. Unang-una, talagang may problema ang administrasyon. It's very, very clear that the approval ratings of the administration are very, very bad, no? Napakababa dahil syempre, pag mataas ang bilihin, walang masyadong trabaho, talagang walang happy, ano? At dahil sa apelyido ko, Marcos rin ako, damay-damay talaga ako. Unfortunately, magkabila ang damay ko, collateral damage ako kapag nasisira yung administration. Tapos, binabanatan rin ako pag may Duterte issue kasi sinasabing kumakampi ako. Ang totoo, wala akong kinakampihan. Pag mali talaga, ayoko. Ganun lang yun. Manang ako eh. Di ba? Pinapalo ka ng manang mo.
Pero Senator, kung mali talaga, ayaw nyo, pero you've never spoken about the wrongdoings of former President Duterte. You've also never spoken about that.
I'm not, that's not true. I don't think that's right. I've said time and again that President Duterte should be heard here in the Philippines for the crimes that are alleged. Hindi ko sinasabi na inosente siya. Hindi naman ako baliw. Ano? Siya mismo, ina-admit nga niya eh. Ano pang pag-uusapan niyan? Pag yung tao mismo sinasabi, ginawa niya talaga.
No, pero what I'm trying to say...
One thing with the is that clearly the administration's disapproval ratings are impinging on me. That's very clear. Marcos pa rin ang apelyido namin eh. Pare-pareho lang kami. Ikalawa, yung problema na identity crisis, maraming ang hindi maniwala. Baka political stunt lang itong sa Duterte. Pero para sa akin, masyado kong nararamdaman ang ama ko, yung tinangay sa abroad. Nangyari na sa amin eh. Kaya ang lalim ng hugot ko.
Oh, okay. So wait, I'll finish my thought. So you're saying that essentially because the Marcos administration's ratings are so low, it's affecting you right now.
Siyempre naman. Iisa lang naman
because you are a Marcos.
Oo naman.
Okay, but then why are some of those in Alianza rating high?
Marami. Hindi naman sila ka-apelyido. They're not being punished in the same way that I am. And many of them have stayed out of the fray, which is the rule for senatorial candidates. Kapag tatakbo kang senador, stay quiet, stay sweet, and stay clean, no? Ang problema, nasabak ako sa sangkatutak na away, hindi ko maakalain na magkakaganito. And of course, yung identity crisis, syempre nakakalito dahil pinagtatanggol ko nga ang karapatan ni Presidente Duterte. Tulad ng ipagtatanggol ko lahat ng karapatan ng sino man Pilipino. I think that will go across the board. I'm very, very worried. For example, for the over 1,100 OFWs na na-convict at na-preso sa ibang lugar. Lahat sila nagte-text yung mga kamag-anak. Sabi, paano to? Hindi na kami makakauwi. Kung yung presidente, tinangay dyan, kami pa.
No, Senator, okay, but let's not go to that. Two things here. You talked about...
Why not? Why not po? I think we're very, very concerned about our OFW. If you're not safe in your own country, paano na lang sila nasa ibang bansa?
Okay. Now, you said about speaking for what's right? And you said this isn't about politics. You talked about speaking for what is right. But during the time of former President Duterte, when there were accusations against Senator Laila de Lima, for example, and look at it now. Laila de Lima was detained for 6-7 years. All the witnesses recanted. It turned out they were bogus. You didn't stand up for that. You were silent. You were with Duterte.
During the Laila de Lima, hindi pa ako senador. Senador ba ako?
2019.
2016.
Yeah.
Wala pa ako nun eh.
But 2019, you were number 8. You became a senator, yes. I mean,
pero wala pang Laila de Lima. Wala na si Senator de Lima noon.
Yes, nakakulong na siya.
Ang maliwanag, if you would look into the records of the Senate, I really stood up time and time again about the agricultural imports, particularly with regard to rice and the rice tarification. I think I also participated in the Farmally and the other investigations on COVID overspending and corruption. I was always there. I don't think that it can be said that I stood by and watched just because President Duterte was in power. Let's not be absurd. I think my father said long ago that I was a born rebel. I was one of nature's rebels, sadly. And I can't accept it on face value. I have to ask. So even during the time of my dad, nagtatanong ako, matagal na to eh. Yung issue ng soberanya ng Pilipinas, masyado kong dinidibdib. Nung nagkakaroon ng renegotiation, the military-based renegotiation with the Philippines and the US, together with the rest of the Kabataang Barangay, the ancient SK, ang nagrarally po kami sa harap ng US Embassy. Matagal nang ayokong ganito eh. And yung tatay ko, galit na galit, pero I'm not one to stand by and watch. It's never happened. Whether with President Duterte, my father, talagang mulat sa pool, ganyan na ako eh. Kaya sabi ko nga sa kanila, magtiisan tayo, pero tatayo ako pag mali na eh.
Okay, so when it comes to the alleged identity crisis, no, itong supposed identity crisis, I saw numbers in Mindanao, and you are not in the top 12 in Mindanao, which is ironic because it's a Duterte bailiwick. Do you believe that you will get the Duterte votes because of what you have stood for? Because it seems that the Duterte votes are all with Bongo, Bato de la Rosa, and the irony are Philip Salvador, Jimmy Bontoc personalities that, they're not re-electionists, but they're faring well in Mindanao. Bakit ganun, Senator? Why do you think are you not faring well in Mindanao?
Because I'm a Marcos, and that's very, very clear. It's very sad what's happened to our country. They have successfully split the country in half, making Luzon, to speak very broadly and generally, Luzon is anti-Duterte, Vismin is anti-Marcos. Ang sagwa nangyari parati nating inoobserbahan yung US, ibang bansa, very polarized. It's come to pass. It's here as well. It's very, very sad. On the other hand, to respond to your question, ang totoo, like I said earlier, wala akong kinalaman sa politika. Wala akong ginagawa bilang political stand para para maging popular, para makakuha ng sangkatutak ng endorsement. O talagang tumatayo lamang dahil hindi ko matanggap itong pagdagok sa ating batas, sa ating saligang batas, sa ating soberanya.
Okay. Now, Senator, midterm elections are usually the president's elections. During the time of Duterte, by command votes, Bongo became number 3. He was a virtual unknown. Wouldn't this have been the time for you, honestly, to rank high in the Senate? And my next question is, do you believe this administration will make efforts to make sure you don't win? You don't get into the Magic 12?
Ay, si Bongo, mas lalong tumaas pa kung sinasabi mo number 3 siya noon. It's very clear he's running away at number 1 in a Marcos administration. Yeah. So there's clearly some level of a protest vote. And like you said, even those who are not big celebrities in the national stage are suddenly ranking. And I believe that in Vismin, unfortunately, there will be some kind of protest vote against the administration. Whether I'm included or not, we will have to see. But I'm certainly not doing what I'm doing for politics. In fact, like you said very clearly, I'm not doing very well. But I think things are becoming clearer and clearer to our population at naiintindihan na nila kung ano ang nangyayari at anong ginagawa. So, andyan, tignan natin kung anong mangyayari. Kung may plot, may conspiracy, marami ako napabalitaan na there have been many people approaching us allegedly from the election office, allegedly from the operators, saying, in fact, some local government officials, saying that the palace has requested or perhaps stated that we shouldn't win. And those are Senator Camille Villar, myself, and Congressman Marcoleta. Ilang beses ko na yan naririnig, hindi ko na masyadong pinapansin. Ang akin na lamang, magtrabaho na lamang tayo, mahirap nang maging praning. Praning na ako sa dami ng pangyayari. Kaya mas maigi, tumutok na lang, trabaho na lang, kayod na lang. Kung house to house lang ang kaya, hindi house to house. Kung market tour, edi market tour, tiisa na lang.
But so you believe that there will be a move? It is possible to make sure
marami akong naririnig. Hindi ko alam kung totoo o hindi. May mga algorithm pa daw sa COMELEC. Hindi ko na naririnig at naintindihan. Like I said, I'm the chairperson, and this is an untested, brand new company, Miru, Di pa natin nagagamit yan. All these years, we've been using Smartmatic, and galit na galit tayo kasi Smart Magic. Ayan, ngayon, Miru. Hindi natin alam, we've never tried it before, and hopefully things work out better